Alrighty, folks, what we have here for today is Burmese. Burmese. I made a lesson before, a long time ago, but that was more of a comparison video with Japanese. But here's a video that I'm going to get into the basics when learning Burmese language. So the first thing I want to do is introduce some resources. Um, for those of you who are not only interested in speaking the language but also reading, I want to recommend some resources for you. Now, the first thing I'll recommend is the Introduction to the Script by John Oakell. This is a very good course. Very, very good. And the great thing about this is if you purchase this course, the audio is free to download on the website. They'll provide you with the link inside of the book. Alright? It has 40 lessons. It's very thorough. They provide you with example sentences on how to read the letters in the context. They're not very, very long context, but they give you just enough to recognize the characters that you learned in that lesson or previous lessons. So definitely work through this course. I went through this course. I just finished it like the beginning of this week. I spent like 2 weeks and a half going through it. The reason why I finished so fast is because I spent 3 lessons. I spent time going through 3 lessons every day, 7 days a week. And if you do the math, that's about a good 2 weeks for 40 lessons. So I spent, I'll say 2.5 weeks, because there were times when I wasn't able to get all 3 lessons in. So I would say 2.5 weeks I spent on this course. But you don't have to do that. I was already able to read some of the letters, because when I worked from the Burmese for Beginners course, I actually memorized a lot of the characters used. Okay, but again, I would say go through that introduction course. Is very helpful, and it will make more sense when you look at a lot of the characters. So you get the script, the introduction to the script course. Then once you get through that, you may want to get something like this. I highly recommend, because they have dialogues and they not only provide you with the script, but also the romanization. You can follow along, and it will help your speed of reading. Okay, that's what you want to get into after going through a course like that, the script. All right. So Burmese for Beginners, very good. Highly recommended. If you There's another course I should recommend. It's called Burmese by Ear. It's very good. It's more of a listening course. They do have some script. It comes with if you download the PDF, it comes as a PDF download. And they do give you some script, but they don't give you like all of the transliterations and script for everything they're going through in the course, unlike Burmese for Beginners. So Burmese by Ear is another course to look into, especially when you're trying to speak the language. When you're beginning the spoken language, definitely look into that. Also, you can look into Lonely Planet phrase book. It's always a good reference. They provide you with not only the script, but also the romanization. Alright, so that's Burmese phrase book, Lonely Planet. And also, there's nothing like having a dictionary that you can refer to when you're wanting to know how to say certain words. I found it fun to go through, refer back to this dictionary when there was a certain vocabulary word I wanted to say, and see how it was spelled in the Burmese language. So very useful. Not only the script, but also the romanization. Okay, so that's that. And that's all you need. If you just get those courses, you should be good. You should get to a pretty decent level in Burmese. Now there are some other courses, the John Oakell courses. When it comes to the spoken language, you can look into those. But I highly recommend getting this course first if you're interested in reading Burmese, which I don't see why you wouldn't be. Definitely get the script, the introduction to script first, work through that, and get these other courses I mentioned, and then you can look into those other courses made for the spoken. So give me just a second and we'll get straight to the lesson here. Alright, so now we get to the lesson. So basically what we're going to talk about here today are the interrogatives. Alright, the interrogation words. Alright, so as you can see here, we have the Burmese on the left, and we have some Chinese on the right. Basically, the reason why you see Chinese here is because I want to make it as a reference to those of you who have studied Chinese before. You guys have some background in the Cantonese, Chinese, any of those Chinese languages, to give you an idea of what some of these words mean or how to better understand them. So, in Burmese, they have several types of questions they ask they put them at the end of the sentence. The first one is la. Okay, la. La is basically a yes or no. Okay, the question I ask, if it's requiring a yes or no answer, then you have to use la. All right, and you see that the la at the end of a sentence, or just basically something, anything I'm asking you, a phrase or whatever, you'll see la, and it's going to be either yes or no. That's it. Um, if you've studied Chinese, you know that ma is the same thing. When you put ma at the end of a word, it makes it into a yes or no question. So that's the same as la, the Chinese ma or ma, and that's first tone, by the way, if you're wanting to know what that line is at the top. Now I wrote the bopomofo as well because some people they're studying the bopomofo instead of the pinyin. So you have ma here and then ma, and if you're typing the bopomofo, you don't need to worry about a slash like that. You just type the letter in, like you type ma in like this, and you will see the characters pop up. That's the first tone, ma, and that's marking the question. All right. So Burmese is la, and then Chinese is ma. All right. All right. The next one is no, no. Now this one is more like isn't it, or you asking isn't it, or you must be. Now an equivalent in Chinese will be ba. Okay, they put that. I was like, isn't it? You must be. It must be. You must be Chinese. You must be Japanese. They end that with ba. All right, and that's more of a fifth tone. There is no mark in pinyin, but in bopomofo there's a dot. When you're typing, if you want to get this ba here, you type the ba and then you hit the fifth tone and it will pop up. Okay, ba. So Burmese no. They put that at the end of the sentence. The next one is le. All right, now le here, it's if I ask you a question and add le at the end, it's not a yes or no question. I'm looking for a variety of answers. If I ask you where are you from, okay, you're not going to say yes or no. You could be from anywhere. I don't know where you're from, so I'm looking for various answers to this question. So that's what the function of le is here. In Chinese, they use na, ni na. I believe that, yeah, that's right. Na, that's first tone. Pinyin, ne. I should put slash over it for first tone. And then in bopomofo, you have the na, and as I said before with mine, you just type that na, and you'll get the na. It will pop up. Okay, so le is a question, but it's looking for a variety of responses. All right. Now the next one, male, male, male. It's the same le when I ask a question, but now it's referring to the future. Like what will you eat? Where will you go? What school will you go to? It's still le because I'm looking for a variety of answers, but I have to add ma here because it's referring to the future. Male, male. Okay. The next thing here is sabibila. Sabibila. Have you eaten yet? Have you eaten yet? So la, this is obviously a yes or no question, that hence la being used there. All right. So sabibila, and that's the past tense. So you don't have to worry about any other words to add. All right. So moving on. So the next thing we have here is the example sentences. Okay, so I just wanted to use some example sentences, trying to use some of these question words here we've learned. So the first one is Khmer or Shingo, Shingo Name below call the le Shingo, oh sorry, Khmer or Shingo Name below call the le. So, first of all, the translation is, what is your name? What is your name? Now, Khmer, we have Khmer or Shingo. Khmer, that's asking a woman. So, if you're asking a woman what her name is, you have to use Khmer. And then if you're asking a man, it's Shingo, Shingo, Shingo. And then Name, below. So, your name, Name, below, called the le. So what is it like in what? And called the le, what is it like called? And as you can see here, the question particle we learned is le. I'm looking for a variety of answers here. That's why we have le. All right. So what is your name? Your name could be anything. Okay. The last sentence, example sentence is Bama saga cut the la. Bama saga cut the la. So, is Burmese language difficult? Is the Burmese language difficult? So, Bama saga, that's the Burmese language. Cut, that's difficult. And then here's the question. The la. The la. Alright? The th here is just added when you're asking questions, and certain questions. Particularly the we'll get into that later, but just la, we use la here, and that's a yes or no question. So la. So we had la and we had le. So la, yes or no question. Le, a question looking for a variety of answers. So that's it. That's what those are. Those are some common interrogatives used in the Burmese language. Very important. Very simple to. It's a very simple concept. But like I said, if you have a background in Chinese, any of the Chinese languages, then it will make more sense to you because you've dealt with these before. Alright, so that is it. That is a lesson for Burmese. If you have any questions, let me know. Native speaker, know this language, any mistakes, feel free to make some feedback, comments, corrections. Otherwise, thanks for viewing, and have a good one.